Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Spit It Out podcast. My name is Eric.
Ashley.
JC.
And Joey.
Welcome back to the Spit It Out podcast. Season finale. What'd you guys think? Crazy, huh?
It's amazing. It's amazing, you know, all these episodes, all these weeks.
And for the season finale, we got a special guest, my buddy John.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome, John.
So me and John go way back. 10-year friendship. Believe that shit?
It's been a while.
We started freshman year of high school, and a little inside joke is, well, it's not going to be inside no more because everyone's going to hear about it, is the fact that when I first met John, I thought he was black.
Yeah, no one will ever get that. It's just me and Eric.
And
No, it's okay. I thought the same thing when I met him. I remember I came up to him because I met him 4 years ago, and I was just like, "Hi." He's like, "Hi, I'm John with an A." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "And I'm Hispanic," and I was like, "I get it."
You know what I said when he told me? I'm like, how do you spell John? Like John, Jon? No, it's Jan, like Jan, like January.
Yeah, so a little quick story behind that name. So, my father wanted to name me after him. His name is Juan, just like Juan over here.
Uh-huh.
And basically, my father wasn't present during my birth. My mom was there, my grandma, grandparents, my aunt. And the deal was to name me after my father. So then my mom, I guess, was not present. Like, she was incoherent. Like, she was still, like, going through pain from the birth. Straight out the freaking womb, bro. And then as she was spelling the name, she forgot the U in Juan. So that's why it's spelled Jan.
It's a legal typo.
It's a legal typo, correct. But my mom, being a mom, was like, no, like, it wasn't a mistake. We actually looked it up in, like, the European names, and in Sweden, men are called John with an A, Jan. I'm just like, okay. I looked it up. I mean, it is true, but I think it's bullshit.
Like her reason for naming it that way.
Yeah.
This bullshit.
But we love John, and we're so happy he's here.
Yay.
And yeah, I mean, just like the guest on episode 8, Marcos, me and John really grew our friendship between the lines in baseball. He was we were catching partners for warm-ups during the tryouts freshman year. So, yeah, John, tell us about Florida. Oh, so we grew up through, I skipped the entire fucking story. So
how's the baby?
How's the baby?
So how's the wife and kids?
Great.
And I'm the godfather.
Oh, 100%.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we went through high
Side
school.
note, there's no baby.
Yeah, so go through high school, best friends, family. Let's just say I remember the first time John's mom hit me. Not hit me, but like smacked me like in the back of the head because I was doing something stupid. I think I said a curse word in her house or something. And I looked at him and I'm like, the fuck? He's like, bro, the fact she hit you, you're family now.
That's so true.
But good times, yeah. I mean, baseball, man, like
Great time.
baseball is how I've met the majority of my closest friends. Through playing the game, teamwork, camaraderie, brotherhood, and all that, you build real friendships. You know, it's not just, oh, you're a teammate, and it leads to, oh, you're a friend, and then family, right? So you all know how close I am to Marcos. John's at that level as well. He went to FAU. I went to University of Albany, New York, and did one semester because I had too much fun. Came back, went to Billy P. But John stuck it through. No, you went to Essex Community.
Yeah, so first year, straight out of high school, I went to...
You almost say straight out of Compton.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So, the first year straight out of Compton,
Trust me, I'm not that hard.
that's what she said. Or he said, I don't know. 2020.
I guess it could go both ways. Anyways, straight out of high school, I went to Essex County College, right down the road, in Caldwell, West Caldwell, New Jersey. And Michigan. Ooh, okay. We got
I
Caldwell in the house.
basically grew up there, so you know.
You went to Caldwell High School?
Yeah, James Caldwell.
James Caldwell.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you guys. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
I'll accept that.
I went to West Essex, so I had to. We went to Wessex. So yeah, right down the street. Went there for a year. Took I think 16 credits, and when I went to go transfer to FAU, which is Florida Atlantic University, they only took 12 credits. I was kind of pissed. So I kind of had to redo freshman year kind of over again. But if that never happened, basically I would have never met the friends that I've, made there. I built some friendships there, lost some friendships there, and, brought me up to what I am right now. So I don't regret anything at all how that journey went.
That's great, that's a great story. And this is amazing thing, like building a friendship like this, like for years and everything, and the way each other express, like they hit on the head, and now you literally family, so shut up, like the way he expresses about you, building up that friendship, it's amazing, Every time I meet people like that, like keep those kind of friends, even if you're not in contact, you're still there in the heart and the mind, and you should value that, and never let it go. No, that's amazing, guys.
For sure, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
It's like with any of my closest friends that I consider family, Marcos, John, Max, Albert, Jorge, Nick, that's 6 right there. I told all of them because we all live in different states. Like I'm in Jersey, Max is in Boston, John's in Florida, Marcos is in Ohio.
Yes.
And I told all of them, like, yo, if you ever need me, give me a call. I don't care what time it is. If I don't answer, I'm probably sleeping, but I'm gonna call you the next day. Because if I see you calling me at like 3 a.m., it's not just a hey, how you doing? It's the fuck's going on.
Yeah, it's after hours.
Yeah. So, anytime I'm free, they need my help, I got them. Whether it's airport pickups, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Oh my God! Wait. Remember that time when no one would take you to Trenton because you wanted to try out for the? Remember that?
This is how I knew Eric was my best friend. So, I wanted to try out for a major league affiliate team. It was for the Phillies, and I had work that day too. But I had no one to take me because I didn't have a car at the time. And I told Eric, and he was like, "Bro, I fucking got you." So
how old were you?
I think I was 19 or 20 at the time.
Was I living with the one who shall not be named?
I mean Voldemort.
Yeah,
yes.
same thing.
I think so. I don't remember.
So I had to be 19 or 20. Okay.
Yeah, we were youngins, but Eric was there. He had my back throughout the whole way. He's just like, "Listen, we're gonna get you there. It's gonna be early in the fucking morning, but we got this. We're gonna go." Dude, we show up. Eric comes prepared. He brought a cooler of freaking beer.
6-pack.
A 6-pack to himself. So I'm assuming we were of age already.
Oh,
No.
fuck.
Yeah.
Wait.
We
we had fake IDs. That's another story.
Oh God.
We had fake IDs,
have a
bro.
lot.
You hear a
Stories.
cop hearing this, I'm pulling it.
Fuck it, whatever.
I'm calling the police.
You're welcome. 37 Oak Street, come through.
And this goes to the podcast, eh? You're not carrying nothing.
We live here too.
I don't
This is
think
like the
Second floor.
I don't think you can
Asian
put that on the
roommate, not the
podcast.
white roommate.
Yeah, we show up to this tryout. There's like 300 freaking kids here. I'm just like, fuck, whatever. We're gonna do this. I'm doing my thing. I'm in the tryout. I turn around. I see Eric in the stands, all by himself in the sun with his shades, holding up a beer. He's like, "Yeah."
I was literally a dad, yo.
He was literally a dad.
That's my boy.
And I'm just like,
I'm so proud of
that's my bro right there.
That's my father.
Long story short, I didn't make the fucking cut, but
Can you imagine?
it was a good time, and I mean, yeah, it was a great time.
No, I'll never forget that. But
That's awesome.
leading up to that story, the reason how I got the beers, sorry, Dad, and we got fake IDs, all right? And good deal, too, $55 for 2. No, $75 for 2.
Oh, did you get it from that website in Connecticut?
Well, my fake ID was in Connecticut. 27 Prospect Ave, Danielson, Connecticut,
I still
06335.
remember the address.
Mine was Maple 342 Maple Ave.
You can't forget your fucking fake ID.
Yeah.
But
I forgot my.
oh my god, it's a lot I'm revealing in the story. So
Throw her social in there.
the day, yeah, no. So we go, and that day I was off. I was planning. I'm like, all right, we're gonna go. I'm gonna drive us to wire the money and all that crap. So
Oh my god.
my dumb ass eats an edible brownie, the whole thing.
Oh no.
By the
Bro.
time I got ready, got to John's house, I call him like, bro, you're gonna have to drive. He's like, why? I'm like, you can use my car. I don't care, but I can't drive right now. He goes, why? I'm like, I'm fucked up. Anyway, John drove, and yeah, this thing hit hard, dude. I was like, I'm falling asleep. I'm
Harder
like,
than the one from Marcos.
worse. It was worse because I literally said to John, word for word, bro, if this doesn't like
Kill you.
tone down in the next 30 minutes, take me to the fucking hospital. Is what I said to John. He's like, bro, you're fine. Let's get you a Gatorade. I'm like, fucking Gatorade ain't gonna work, John. Like, I'm so fucked up right now.
Let me put this in
Oh my
perspective real
God.
quick. How big the brownie was. Okay, look at a deck of cards. That's
Yes.
big. That's a big.
Still,
that's a
that's
lot
big.
for a weed.
Keep in mind, I ate it the first thing I woke up because I was hungry and didn't even think about it. And I was like, after I ate it, I'm like, oh fuck.
My favorite one was when we all went to New York City for that comedy club, and Marcos was just like, you guys have to try this cookie. And I was just like, this shit doesn't work. I'm still not
Bro.
high. By the time we drove back, I just remember, because I was just like, I'm not high yet. And I remember it started hitting everyone one by one. And I was the last one.
It looked like dominoes, just one falling to the next. John was the
Oh
first.
my
John was
God.
the first. I remember his
Oh
order.
my God.
John looked like he was contemplating life decisions. He's like,
The food
frozen.
came. We order food at the diner, and the food comes, and John got chocolate chip pancakes. And you ever see like in a cartoon or whatever, someone's about to eat, they have the knife in one hand, the fork in the other, and it's straight up. You're just sitting there like,
Oh yeah.
right? You
He
see,
didn't
right?
move.
You can picture this. That's what John looked like.
the whole time.
And I literally, I'm about to eat, but I look over, I see him like just paralyzed, and I'm like, bro, are you okay? He goes the most minimal head shake I've ever seen in my life. And the next thing it was John. It was then Nikki, and then
Marcos, I was last.
No. I must have went like a star or something because that's not how we sat. Because Marco was just to my right, John was to my left, Nikki and you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I remember I was last, and I remember when we had to move a table, and I remember that I was looking at the waiter, and I couldn't stop laughing, and I was just like, guys, I'm not. I was like, fuck. I was just like,
It's
dear
like,
God.
yo, I don't even feel it. You're gone. But yeah, man, a lot of stories. I don't want to just ramble on about stories. I mean, it's a great time to reminisce. But the Washington D.C. trip was another epic one.
We have a lot of stories. We can go on and on, but Washington D.C. That was like one of the first trips Eric and I took a trip outside of the states. Like I don't think we've ever taken a trip anywhere else.
Nope.
Other than, I mean, New York doesn't really
No,
count.
New York,
'cause-
yeah.
Nah.
because it's like what 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
But yeah, we took a trip to DC. So a little backstory: I worked for the Washington Nationals spring training facility in New York, and I was really good friends with the director of all that. So he gave me 2 free tickets. I'm like, oh, I already know who I'm taking. I'm taking my bro. So then it was around 4th of July. We set up the whole trip. We got a room in DC in downtown DC. Super dope room. Metro, the train. It was like easy to work around with. And we got on the fucking Jumbotron at the game.
Oh.
We played a trivia game. I didn't know any of the fucking answers.
Bullshit. Yes, you did. Because it was.
Well, they gave. Okay, so
They lost
what they
all the
do is like
giving
they
answers.
want you to win. So they like give you hints. Like they give you like obvious hints. But like there was like one song I knew. Eric knew
Their
the other
song,
song.
the artist rhymes with DCAC. Huh?
Yeah, literally. It was literally
That
like,
was the hints.
the hints.
Oh my god.
And we had a blast. We obviously
Oh, we shotgunned
won.
the beers right in front of it.
Right,
The
yeah.
Jumbo.
We like chugged a beer on the jumbotron, and we were kind of like a little bit famous right after that moment.
Well, I had blonde hair at the time.
Yes, he did.
What Asian had blonde hair? So everyone's like,
hair.
"You're the guy that had the blonde hair on the jumbo."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What's up?"
We would go to like the bathroom or something, and people were like, "Oh, you guys were on the jumbotron. That was dope." Blah, blah,
Well,
blah.
the reason they all recognized it, well, because the blonde hair or whatever, but the jumbotron too, is right after the game we went to a bar right across from the stadium.
Oh, yeah.
So like everyone went there. So
you guys were on live TV?
you ever been to like a live event?
Yeah.
Right, the
The
giant TV that everyone could see in the
Everybody can see.
stadium
Okay,
or whatever.
that one.
That's what. Yeah.
The inside one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, so all this, as I mentioned before, all these memories and stuff. So then, John went to FAU, but then he decided to stay there and make that his home. And so yeah, tell us about it. Pretty much, what's the experience down there?
Well, I will. I don't regret leaving, even though I miss my family, my friends here in Jersey. I don't regret leaving because Florida is a different culture. You experience a lot of new things, and the weather's always nice there, so that you can't really beat. I don't know. Florida's a different breed, as many people know. Shit's wild over there. It's like the Wild Wild West over there.
I read all about the Florida men. And
Yep.
whatever they do.
Florida man this, Florida man that. Yeah.
Every surprising article is like Florida man fucked alligator. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
what are they doing? Fucking Florida.
Definitely, that's like North Florida type shit.
Like Fort Lauderdale?
No, that's still South Florida, but like North Florida, like Jacksonville or like Gainesville.
yeah,
like,
you're not wrong.
Like hillbilly type shit. But South Florida is more like there's a lot more culture there. There's like a lot of Hispanics there. A lot of Arabs, a lot of Indians. It's just it's a pretty melting pot of people, and it's a lot of fun. It's just like if it's not one thing, it's another thing, and it's just a different experience, honestly. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I met a lot of good people there. I met my current girlfriend there.
Woo.
And it's been a hell of a time. And I've been trying to convince Eric to come down and move over there because we'll have a blast over there, and I know we'll have fun. But yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna stay there because I like to travel. I haven't been to a lot of places like Ashley over here.
I'm probably the
Definitely not.
closest to match Ashley on traveling.
Really?
I could attest to that. Yeah, you've told me a lot of stories about your travel stories, but Florida's dope. There's a lot of shit to do there. A lot of outside stuff to do.
Do you not miss the seasons changing? As in like
I do miss it, but like for like a couple of days, I'm just like, all right, I'm done.
I'm out in the pool. I just feel over here in a fucking avalanche. Like we're so cold. There's no heat.
Oh, sick! I got fire ants in my ass from the fucking sand.
I don't know why I just thought of this because alright, so I was gonna ask like how popular is country music down there, and then it sparked my memory of the Luke Bryan concert we went to.
Oh my. Okay. Like I said, we can go on and on with these stories.
One more story.
No, go ahead.
This one's epic.
This one's good. This one's
epic. So, first off, I got John into country music. All right.
He did. He got me.
And he's like, "No, I'll never listen to this." I'm like, "Just give it a chance. Give it a chance." Anyway, so he likes country music now. And somehow, I don't know how he found them. But he's like, "Yo, I found Luke Bryan concerts for concert tickets for $75. Let's do it." I'm like, "Oh, I'm so down. Where is it? MetLife. Bet. Let's go." Right. So, me and him used to work at the same pizza place, and I think he called the owner and was like, "Hey, I'm back in town. I thought maybe I could pick up a shift or two or whatever, or just catch up or something like that." And then the owner was like, "Oh, what are you guys doing?" I was like, and then John mentioned that, "Oh, me and Eric are going to a Luke Bryan concert." So long story short, the owners were going too, so we all went as a group. Oh. We get there 5 hours before the concert starts to tailgate. All right, right out the cut, Jose Cuervo shots. All right, and then margaritas and beers and whatever.
And I just preface something? I had one slice of pizza that day.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone out there is Kevin Hart fans, but he wasn't ready. So anyway, so I'm going hard off the gate, and he is too. I remember John going to me, he's like, "This is important." He goes, "Yo, pace yourself. We got 4 more hours of this." I'm like, "Bro, don't worry about me. I got this." Because I have my set rules. If I know I'm going to drink a lot, I have a pretty good meal
Oh my God.
beforehand, not just a slice of pizza. After every 2 drinks, I have some water, and I'm always like, if I can, I'll snack on some stuff as I'm drinking. So, John did none of that. So
He was being a skinny queen. He's
so
like, I gotta
literally-
keep my
I'm the one telling Eric, you gotta pace yourself here.
yeah, right. So we're drinking, and then we leave the group to go, walking around. Met some people, played some catch with a football, some cornhole, whatever. So now it's ready to go inside, and we're all pumped because the opening band is Sam Hunt, who is right now is a huge artist, and Sam Hunt opens for Luke Bryan. I'm like, it'll be great. So we go to our seats, or as we get through the gate, we're walking to our seats, and I'm walking in the front, and I turn around, they're gone. I'm like, where the fuck did they go? I turn around, I go back, and John's puking in a garbage can. I was letting it loose.
Done.
Letting it loose.
Over.
And so the wife takes the daughter and friend to the seats. Me and the husband, we stay with John. And then a medical team shows up from MetLife saying, yo, we got to take him. And they got him, the husband's also a doctor. And he goes, no, he just has some food poisoning. He's fine. I'm a doctor, whatever. They walk away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much time passes. Another one comes, and the husband, the owner of the pizza place, try to make up another thing, and they're like, no, because we're seeing him on the camera. He's been puking for the last 45 minutes, and we gotta take him. They take John to the medical facility below MetLife. So me, the owner, and we walk. I made sure John was all good. I can hear Sam Hunt going off, so I missed the opening act because of this kid. But
Sorry.
like I said, we're family. I want to make sure he's safe and well before I go back.
Don't tell me you missed the
You
whole
imagine-
concert because of him.
You imagine, fuck you, Sam Hunt's on.
It's like no. I was.
I'm not
I mean,
missing Luke Bryan for the world.
he wouldn't remember this because he's already gone. But I stayed the whole opening act, and then once he was all good, we go upstairs, go to our seats, watch the concert. Phenomenal concert. Afterwards, we go back down, get him, we drive home. And then I said to John, after, I think the next day, I go to him, what's really the most fucked up thing about yesterday is you paid $75 for a bag of water. He had to get put on an IV. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, I was fucked.
Really?
Bad.
Damn.
Yeah, so what I experienced was we were done tailgating, whatever. I remember walking towards MetLife Stadium. You see it far, it's like a tiny stadium, and then you get closer, it gets bigger and bigger. I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be dope. And then I step in and black out. And then next thing I know, I from entering MetLife Stadium, I black out, and then the next thing I wake up is in a bed with an IV. I look at my arm, I see the IV, I'm like, fuck. And that was it. I missed the entire concert, and I paid $75 for an IV. Yep.
So, all that means
That's
is...
actually a luxury.
all that means...
Yeah, it is.
all that means is we're due for another concert at some
Oh
point.
yeah. Oh.
Wrong
Oh
time.
yeah.
You could do virtual concerts.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out.
We'll get fucked up someday.
But, yeah, so that's another story.
But hey, I just want to say I'm a fucking champ because the next day I played nine innings, 7 innings of baseball.
Oh man.
Oh, we did, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fucking champ. So
I think the IV got
They give you
right.
the power.
it recharged
Yeah,
you.
no, it was definitely
Yeah,
the IV.
Charging.
Without the IV, he would have been like, guys, help. Day 2.
This isn't just water, it's got electrolytes and everything.
But yeah, so it was a bittersweet moment when John left for Florida because I was like a very close friend of mine. I don't want to see him leave. At the same time, I know he has to live his life and I have to let him kick him out of the nest, And yeah, but going back to what Juan said, it is really cool how someone that's that close to you, doesn't matter how far away, how much time passes. When you're reconnected, it's like no time has passed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And right out of the gate, he comes here for the to record this episode with us, and we just we hug it out, and right away we're saying stupid shit, just dumb things. And another running joke is me and him share half a brain, and
Wait. Just make sure you heard that right. We share half a brain. We each have a quarter of a brain.
when we're together. And like, don't get me wrong, like we're smart people, but once we get together, for some reason, something just turns off, and it's like, what the fuck just happened?
Dumb as fuck.
Dumb friendships are the best.
Yeah, it's great, great. But yeah, what else, man? What else is good in Florida?
Fucking COVID, man. People don't care about that shit over there. It's crazy over there.
I've seen people go to Florida, and I'm like, I'll look at their snaps, and I'm like, they're at the strip joint, like, asses in their faces, and everyone's at each other's face. I was like,
Oh, yeah,
my
you
God.
showed me those,
I was just
right?
like, COVID. I see COVID,
Yeah.
like, hell yeah. Like, I see COVID going through, like,
People do not care over there. It's wild. It is.
Really?
Yeah.
it's like Girls
really
Gone
messed
Wild
up?
HBO
Really,
porn.
really messed up?
Yeah.
It's like,
bad.
it's like
Damn.
forbidden. We're like, oh my God, no mask. Like,
Yeah, and here in Jersey, I see all this like restrictions and people actually caring about COVID.
we actually don't. It's because
sometimes.
we don't want to shut down again. We're so
True.
bad.
I've already had to tell 2 people off twice at retail today before I almost threatened to kick them out of the store. It's like, hey, do this. You can't just walk in with a mask and then just take the whole thing down. Not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No,
not cool.
people,
Yeah,
people are dicks.
they are.
How's the driving in Florida compared to Jersey drivers?
Well, it's honestly it's kind of the same because the retired people here in the north go down to Florida and fuck shit up. So it's the same bullshit, but they're allowed to drive faster because the speed limit's faster. So it's like what I can't escape it. The only difference is Jersey is more compact, Florida's more open, it's more wide. So I mean,
You could pop U-turns everywhere.
bro, you can pop a Yui left, you can pop a Yui right, like whatever you want to do. Like it's like the Wild Wild West over there. They don't care. But yeah, Yuis are.
No, but like Florida's cool. I mean, I enjoy traveling and stuff, and as of now, I don't think I would see myself leaving Jersey. I enjoy the 4 different seasons. I enjoy the life I have here. Do I see myself retiring in Jersey? Absolutely fucking not.
No.
Absolutely fucking not.
No.
Moving to either, Cali, Florida, or whatever, right? But it's fun to visit Florida. I got cousins down there and stuff. It's always a good time. Cali, I got my parents out there. It's always a good time. And I don't know, man. Like, I enjoy visiting, but I don't see myself staying.
Stay in those places.
Yeah.
I always said,
Yes.
like, hey, like I love Florida. The weather is nice. Beach is great. Like you can do a lot of outdoor stuff that you really can't do here as often. Like you can do it here, but it's just not as often. But like I always think I'm like I don't know if I'm gonna live in Florida forever. Maybe I want to go to like California, San Diego, that area, or maybe like somewhere in Texas. Yeah, it just depends on where life takes me and my journey. I've actually never been. I've been to California. I've been to Los Angeles. Never been to San Diego.
Same.
Eric and I are trying to plan a trip to San Diego and try to get matching tattoos. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Well,
I heard San Diego's
Marcos, too.
dope.
Marcos is going to get it as well. 'Cause that's the way it makes sense. Me, Marcos, and John having the same tattoo. It's a tiny one. It's like .333, which is .333. It's a baseball stat. And it's 3 of us. So when you bat 1 out of 3, it becomes .333, right?
Yeah.
But then me, John, and Marcos together, it makes 1.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that trip will happen someday. We'll see.
What about you guys? You guys staying in Jersey?
No.
No,
No.
I don't think none of us
I'm
is gonna
either
stay here.
leaving to California or out of the country.
Yeah, my place for me favorite go after Jersey is in Colorado. I love the state.
You really like the cold.
I've never been.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
It's not that we don't like Jersey. Jersey's great. I don't see myself living anywhere else as of now, like I said. But it comes to a point where you have to move out, experience something new and all that. But
I'd like to see other places. The only other place, like, if I've traveled anywhere else state-wise, it's only for, at most, a week. Like, I've been to Florida, but that was for Disney World. I don't know really what Florida's like, though.
Yeah, exactly. I went to Florida just for 1 day, and I come back, and I went when it was really cold,
I'm
and I
sorry.
was shaking outside eating my fish.
I have made JC very bougie. We do day trips sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was,
Oh my god, wait, can I tell you a side story? JC thought, you know how the beaches here, like the water's green and shit? Like, like it's pretty gray and disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
So
He thought that's how it's supposed to look?
everywhere.
Shut the fuck
And
up.
I was like, sir, I'm gonna take you somewhere where the water's not that color. So when I took him to Florida, he goes, oh my god, it's blue. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
It was blue, totally blue.
He was just like, this is so pretty. I thought they all look like Sandy Hook. I was like, Sandy Hook was your example.
Oh my
Oh, no.
Where you guys go in Florida?
We were in Miami.
Miami.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that where you live?
No, I live a little bit north
Ah.
of that. Like an hour north. It's not far.
But that's the thing, yeah, for sure. Like, you gotta get out more. You gotta experience new things. Whether it's food, atmosphere of wherever you're going, the location. Great experience. Definitely recommend traveling. But speaking of experiences, I mean, I missed it. I didn't get to see it. But today, what an experience to see Jupiter and Saturn, like almost cross paths. I mean, I didn't see it, but whoever did, what an experience that could have been or is.
No, I mean, I was really mad because I went out 3 times and how's the sky right now? It's really cloudy. At that time, it was really cloudy.
Oh.
So I couldn't see anything. You know, and
Yeah.
I was really mad at myself.
I got an alert and I was like, go outside! I was just like, it's happening!
It's
And-
happening right now.
And I'm like in the middle of work, and I just was like, my table's like, yeah, can I get ketchup? I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And then I go to the bathroom, and I was just like, you need to go outside. And then he wasn't replying, so I had to call him, and then he almost didn't pick up. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, go outside.
now.
I was like, it's happening. You need to go down. And he was just like, it'll still be there. I'm like, no, it's not.
If I had actually known it, I knew it was happening. I forgot it was today. If I had actually planned it right, I probably could have at least tried to look for it, because there was a part of today where I had to do a trash run at retail, and instead of going to the normal spot, the compactor was shut down. I was like, I gotta go to the roof. I've never been there before. But I saw sky. That was like the only time of the day I saw the sky before sunset. I'm like, man,
Saturn and Jupiter are like,
could've
go
gone
right here.
Yeah. It's like, I could have gone looking for planets.
You know that TikTok? I just want to be appreciated. That's what I read them.
Really?
And Joe's like, what?
It's like, well, no, let me just throw this cardboard away.
What are your thoughts about this? Because there's a lot of gossiping around these things are gonna happen. You know. What are your thoughts about all this? You believe in all that?
Look, I mean, from what I saw, it's possible. I mean, look, something like this doesn't happen on a regular basis. Obviously, it's like once in a million chance that these two will cross paths. So people who believe in, I don't know, the very spiritual stuff, like what's it called, like your zodiac signs,
So they're saying,
and all that stuff, like, on to this day, this
Astrology.
astrology and all that. So when this happens, you're like, oh shit, it's gonna mean something. It's gonna be, the start of something, great. Manifest anything that you want to happen will happen. Things like that. I've never really been a religious believer.
but this is not religious believer. This is not something.
No, I know that, but
believer,
but it's still like spiritual stuff, right?
Mhm.
Religion, astrology, zodiac sign, and stuff like that.
You see, it's like there's something I was talking about with Ashley, okay, about the spiritual thing inside you. Many people says, okay, I don't feel spiritual, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in that. But at some point in your heart and your mind, when you're feeling really down, with no exit to no place, you feel like nobody understands you at that moment, you get to the point and say, okay, you start to believe in something. And there's going to be faith. Because as a humans, that's the only thing that separates from other animals. Or feelings. Or capacity to give, to love, to hate, to do whatever you want with those feelings. So at some point you have the faith. There's something besides you.
I'm not knocking it. I do understand, like, there are people who believe in it and it helps them, right? And that's great. But for me, personally, I never really believed, not that I rejected, like, if you believe what you want to believe, I'll respect you, that's great, you can tell me about it, awesome. But I never really put my faith in, believe in all this, like, voodoo, spiritual kind of stuff.
No, it's believing in that,
But, like, I've met people who 100% believe in it and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? That's cool, and I respect you for that. Like putting your faith into something greater. That's your decision, and I respect you for that. That's it. I'm not gonna force. I'm not gonna manipulate you or try to make you believe what I believe because you're not me. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, do what you want to do. Believe in it, but I mean, it's a big event for sure.
It is a big event.
Having Jupiter and Saturn cross paths.
I'd like to think of it as I do with many spiritualities and religions, whether it's something that I'm a part of or I know people that are a part of. I think of it the same way that I think about art. Life is art. This is a way that things are constructed, things that people can take in, focus on different elements of it, and get different interpretations about it. And there's nothing to say any of those are completely wrong or completely right. They're just, I'm looking at this particular part of it, some patterns or things that line up that may make sense to someone, not inherently a bad thing. You know, that's something that if you can get a positive influence out of it, if you can get something to try to understand it better or to make sense of what you're looking at or how you're experiencing it, it's not a bad thing.
Wow, Joe, I love the way you see life as an art.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I swear,
that's fascinating.
I swear, I've had mornings where I wake up, a nice ray of sunshine, you get to see it through the trees, like individual streaks of it, and I'm like, that's art. I'm living in a painting, you know? Like, it's one thing to see it photographed in a museum, but to be in it, it's like, it's a different feeling, and it's kind of a, I mean, not just
it's almost like a blissful feeling, like you're at peace, like that's awesome, for sure.
It's amazing, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is what I believe in for life-wise, you know? I've been pushing positivity for so long now. Actually...
Side note. John does Monday motivations, which are super amazing. So go hit his Instagram. Was that what you were going to say?
No. What I was gonna say was it was actually John that motivated me to do Flashback Fridays from the start, because I would see his Monday motivations, as Ashley mentioned. What's your Instagram again, John?
My Instagram name is Jan San Swag. JanSanswag.
Go follow him
on the Instagrams.
Yeah, Monday motivation, you know, and I'm watching this, right? Week after week, John's doing this. And I'm thinking to myself, like, fuck, I want to help people too. Mm-hmm. And I actually texted John, and I was like, hey, bro, I know you do it every week on Monday. Is it cool if I do something on Friday? I don't want to do it Mondays. That's your thing. And he's like, oh, yeah, go for it. I don't care, whatever. So Flashback Friday started. And then recently changed to keeping it real with E360. That way I can speak about motivation any day of the week. I don't have to just wait for Friday. Mm. But yeah, so just try to live a more positive life. I always preach this. You got to help yourself before you help others. That sounds a little bit selfish, but it's the truth, because how can you make other people happy if you're not happy? Mm-hmm. Okay? So, and I started doing this, and it's because of John is where that all started. So I try to live positively and try to push positivity, because there's enough bullshit in this world, right? There's enough evil in this world, whether it's, you know, all the wars that we've been through, or just, you know, down the streets, whether it's, you know, police brutality, Black Lives Matter, all these, there's so many issues today. I feel like, why add to it? So I believe if you do good things will happen for you. And whether it's instant or over time, it's going to happen. You have to manifest it. You have to always stay positive, and good things will happen.
I like that a lot, the manifesting. Just a side note.
But the question is, like, do I believe, like, oh, the divine plan, like, this is meant to be, I was supposed to be here with, you know, all of you here. I don't think it was written on a piece of paper or wherever. It's like, all right, on this date, this will happen. They're going to start spit it out. John's going to be here for this date. Like, but I do believe, like, a lot of what happens in your life is in your own hands. It's not necessarily like, oh, this is what it's meant to be. This was set for me. I think that's just an excuse to be content with whatever you have.
Yeah,
that's
it is
just
an
me.
excuse. It is an excuse.
Like, I see people, like, saying how, oh, I can't get out of this tough situation. It's impossible. I guess. Oh, why God? Or you find something to blame for your issues. But sometimes you have to take a step back and say, all right, what can I control? What can't I control? Work on what you can control, and your life will get better.
There's this big motivator that he says, if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is hard, your life will be easy.
For sure. I mean,
And it is true.
Mm-hmm.
It's like many times, we're here at home and you decide what should be doing, what you want to do. Because what you be doing is important things that is going to move you forward to your goal.
mm-hmm.
And what you want to do after you come home, sit down on the couch, watch TV, or other things.
To bring it back for a second about the Jupiter and Saturn, whenever I hear about that or read in the news, or if I do get lucky, maybe catch a glimpse of it, the only thing I think is just from an astronomical, thank you, point of it, where it's like, oh cool, these bodies of in space. I don't usually get thinking about the bigger picture of what it means. Like, again, it's going back to the art thing. It's nice to see them in their own formation or whatever the case may be. A couple of years ago, that happened with the lunar eclipse, and that was remarkable. And I'm glad I was able to see it, and I did have the appropriate sunglasses that probably never be used again. But it was cool to see for that moment.
Wait, you remember people were staring directly at it? The memes for that was the best.
Oh, yeah.
The things I look forward to, so like either disasters or good things happening, are the memes or like just gold. I hope it goes into history books. So I could be like, when kids are like, what's that? But like, that's a meme, youngster. Young fellow.
I want to say that now. I want to tell people that's a meme, youngster.
That's a meme, youngster.
But memes are great because it's like you could either have fun with you either have fun with enjoying what it is, mocking what it is, or coping with it. It's like, okay, this sucks, but we can still have a good laugh while getting through it.
There memes. Sorry to butt in, but memes there's everywhere in all different languages and.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say.
Wait, I want to see what's
maybe
the first.
universes. I don't know what's out there.
What is the first meme? I want to know what it is.
I forget where
You want to
exactly.
search it?
I forget where exactly I've heard it, but I've been told before or had an interesting interpretation of this. Memes and emojis are like modern day hieroglyphics. It's a symbol that's separate from written language, human language, that people instantly connect with.
Yeah.
We have to thank Richard Dawkins for making the first meme, 1976 in the UK. So that's.
Well, that's not the baby meme that I was thinking of.
No, I know, but that was like.
Wow, I didn't know I didn't know it went that way.
You imagine?
I thought it was like 2010. I thought was it
This right
1970?
here is a meme. It's called a meme.
William Shakespeare. Well, I forgot. I can't do it.
William Shakespeare.
Killed himself in this meme. A what? It's a joke.
A meme.
Wait,
It's
what
called
did
a
you,
meme.
What did you guys call it when you first found out? When you first
Bro,
read
I
it?
thought it was a meme.
I used to say,
I
I
read
was
it
like
as
memes.
Meme?
I said meme.
I was just like, have you seen this memes? And they're like, what?
The fuck are you smoking?
And they're like, memes.
You know, it's funny you say that because I actually remember in high school we went to this. It was like this group meeting with this college advisor, and it was some interesting school because they had a major on memes.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I need that.
Imagine graduating, be like, I'm a professional memester. Sup?
I have. You see the diploma behind me? It's just full of rich comics.
It was so bizarre the way I was like.
I can
meme?
imagine
I was
what they
like,
get paid.
that was like the
Oh my
first.
God.
That was like the first time I heard about a meme because I was like, I think I was a freshman or a sophomore in high school, and he's talking about memes. I'm like, oh yeah, like that thing that you see on the internet and it's funny. And it's like a picture. Yeah. Fast forward 10 years later, we know everything and anything about memes, and I'm like thinking about it now. I'm like, shit. There's a freaking college out there with a major in memes. Like, how cool is that? Like,
If I remember correctly, it was it's either Cambridge University or a college near Cambridge in the UK where you can be a professor of Lego. I was born in the wrong country.
stop.
What am I doing?
Stop. Wait, what? Do you know more about that? What does that entail?
I
Like,
have to look more into it.
He'll get a doctorate in Lego, be a legologist, right?
You know, I was doing right now some research, and that thing, the meme, is really all over the world, eh?
yeah.
Yeah, and I know over here they were saying something about UC Berkeley announces meme studies department.
Wow. You see?
So that's gonna be a career?
It's crazy to think that in today's world, like, you can learn about anything.
Anything.
Like, I know you've ever heard this website. You actually subscribe to it, membership for it. It's called Masterclass. Like, you have, like, Gordon Ramsay teaching about cooking. You also have a professional magician teach about magic. You can even go to YouTube and learn anything. Like, I started learning guitar through YouTube
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
This is information era right now.
Yeah, people-
Like, everything
oh,
is
yeah.
out there. Everything is out there. Whatever
Yeah, but
you
not
wanna
only
know,
that, like-
everything's out there.
People actually hired. I don't know if you guys know the game Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
Huge game. People can hire for their kid a Fortnite tutor, so they can teach them
Really?
how to play and get really good at it. They have that.
Crazy.
I just YouTube it. I wouldn't get a tutor for
Some
video.
parents pay for that shit. You believe that?
I mean,
So-
I act surprised.
Billy, you suck. You need a tutor for Fortnite.
I mean, I act
Damn
surprised.
it, Billy.
but to be-
It's ridiculous, but it's just a point saying that, like, you can become a master at anything and get paid to teach people who want help in whatever it is.
That's fair.
Fortnite, Lego, being a magician, a cook, whatever. You can learn about anything.
Anything. Yeah.
I act
These days
surprised
you
about
can
that,
manage
but then again, I think like only a couple of years ago, I knew of Minecraft tutors or Minecraft in schools, like as like a private server kind of thing they would set up to learn about engineering and mechanics.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like that could act as a building block to what they're trying to learn.
All that
But
stuff, baby.
I studied business management entrepreneurship, so I'm always thinking of like some sort of business opportunity. And just now, I just thought about it. Like, Joe, like you can like totally set up a class under your name or under your handle. And it could be like teaching kids how to build Legos. They can pay a certain amount. They can come like 3 times a week. And dude, you just rack up money. It could be a Zoom.
Yeah. Some classes and everything.
Yeah.
I've done that a little
Joe,
bit.
you're
over-
fucking amazing. We're trying to push you to do it.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. My introvert is showing though.
I could teach people how to rage in video games the proper way.
Yeah, right.
You're putting too much emphasis on the fuck. You have to do it later.
It's actually a process, believe it or not. Right? It starts off.
Oh yeah.
Like
It starts off very low, like you'll die in Call of Duty or whatever. You're like, oh fuck, right? It starts to gradually get worse, and it gets to like a little louder and a little louder, and you hit the climax. Wow, I came out wrong.
Wow.
You hit the peak
Oh,
when you
hit the
throw.
climax.
Oh baby, now I'm raged.
Yes, I am angry. Stop it! You're getting mad. You wouldn't. Fuck. Okay, yes, you did. Oh man, you hit the peak, and that's basically when all bets are off. Yeah, shit happens.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is giving it too much credit or enough credit, but it almost sounds like a performance. That there's actually like a progression to it. You're not just going right out the gate, all the emotion there. You I mean, because I live here and I hear it, but the way it escalates is like you're making it matter. Everything's piling up on purpose. It's like you put the situation into one emotion, one utterance, like at a time.
There's always gonna be
Let's-
build up.
Eric's
can happen-
breaking point. Sorry. Eric's breaking point is usually when he goes, "Fucking shit! What do you mean? Why are you doing that?" And then you hear him running. Then out of nowhere, then I know it's about to escalate when he goes, "Oh come on!" Then after they hear boom slam, and I'm like, "There you go."
There it is.
Look.
Listen.
When you do the same thing. Okay, so in Call of Duty, you're able to slide, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, if someone's sliding and you're shooting them as they're sliding to you, they should die. But they don't. And they still kill me. And I get so annoyed, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So then I'm like, you know what? It works for them. Maybe it'll work for me. It fucking doesn't. I slide into my death. That's it. And that's what this is a little example of how it happens. And I'm like, I just did that to you and you survived, but when I do it, I fucking die. You know what? It's insane. And Marcos can attest to this because he said this to me word for word. He goes, half the reason why I play Call of Duty is just to hear Eric rage because it is funny. Okay?
It's a show.
Ashley's even said to me, you should make a Twitch and just rage on it.
He would get paid so much money and he just doesn't do it. Eric would be rich.
You just gotta
by
be
screaming.
careful what you say, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I
have
can't
the
read.
beep.
You can't read.
I'll be up there monitoring and be like, oh, he's about to say it. Beep.
Here's the thing.
Stream
People
canceled.
love Rage Monster.
It's true.
A lot. Love it.
It's true.
I
I don't want to say people make careers off of it, but they definitely get known for it.
Oh, 100%.
Eric would be
I'm a rageologist.
I will give you the science of being angry.
There's a new career.
I mean, Marcos even said it's weird because outside of video games, I'm not like that. Like,
In baseball.
Is he the same in baseball?
I think, okay, here's the thing. Outside of everything, no, he's not like that. But when it comes to games, any sort of games, Eric is very competitive. Very. When it comes to games...
why are you talking louder than me?
Because
I'm kidding.
Got it. Got the joke. Just went over my head.
Me too.
But yeah, no, he's very competitive, which is fine. That's great. That's what you want in a teammate. But outside of that, normal chill dude. Let's go around the room and just talk about like what kind of things do we want to do. Like this is the time, like just what we were talking about before with the aligning and the manifesting. This is the time to do it because there is a spiritual, as they say, a spiritual awakening. Yeah, in today, the 21st. And what do we want to manifest? What kind of but what kind of career do we want to pursue? What passions do we want to pursue? And how can we turn that with this technology day and age that we have? And what can we do to combine the two and make a good living out of it?
So this might be really far-fetched, and I've been muddling over this for probably a few years now, but the way that video games have become like a niche thing that's cool, but not everybody's into it, and then it becomes mainstream over the years, and then there's places you can go to for them, like arcades. There's private video game stores, and they have their own flair to them. Sometimes they have some history to them. There's two I know in New Jersey that work like that, where it's like they cherish the I guess hobby of it. I want that for Lego, and I have heard of places like that. I haven't been to really that many outside of maybe a Legoland Discovery Center, which is like an indoor Legoland theme park. But
coming soon.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on. I keep watching their page, and I'm like, when New York.
So I see the passion that you have. Is there something that you want to take part of that, which is your passion, and is there any idea that you have that you can take that passion and turn it into something that you can do for the rest of your life, and also monetize it?
Well, basically, it would work into almost like I'd say like a museum and maybe some kind of center, like we were saying before about like I could teach about building techniques or have specialized models that I create on my own that people could pick up, something that people could walk into and admire and appreciate, something that isn't readily available, because I look into a lot of Lego history. I own different pieces of things, nothing that's incredibly $1,000 rare or anything like that, but still things that the average everybody likes Lego by this point, but not everybody would care to own it or even think about. But I would try to make some almost like a museum, where it's like one part of it being a museum. You get to walk through these different facets of how Lego became what it is today, and then you have an extra part that's the workshop element. That's the creating models, the learning skills. I've been in teaching positions for the past 6 or 7 years now, right. So I've had that experience of working with classrooms, especially with Lego, teaching engineering concepts, building different models, and solving problems using them.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I think I remember in one of the podcasts you were saying how you're going to school for to educate.
Yeah, exactly. For many years, I was going to be an elementary school teacher. Mm-hmm. I don't remember if I mentioned it before, but I have also talked about in the past that around 2017, I had started collecting all that information and history that I've learned from Lego, and either firsthand accounts or, again, having some of these items that typically not many people know about, and started writing a fan book about it. So it would be the kind of coffee table book, like a lot of trivia, a lot of things that those who are into Lego, they're going to find it very interesting, knowing that it's out there, that there's this compilation of stuff, again, to see how it became what it is today.
Yeah. So I like to imagine a lot of stuff. Like I think I get that from my father. He's an artist. He likes to paint a lot. Mm-hmm. And right now what you're telling me, it's very, very interesting. Like I can see a lot of potential in you, what you can do with your ability with Lego and your passion with Lego. Because you have this skill of being an educator and studying that, mm-hmm. which you can teach young adults. You can teach kids how to use Lego, mm-hmm. and then there's this aspect of where you can create your own, let's call it artworks or
artwork is a good word for it.
Yeah, artwork or pieces of engineering and
mm-hmm.
and display it in different museums, and you can sell it to museums, and you can, I'm just thinking about all these
right.
ideas you can do.
That's something I've been doing over the past 5 years. I've brought my creations to fan conventions.
Yeah.
I live for Joe's live streams. I like to watch them. And when he randomly freezes or he walks away from the screen, everyone freaks the fuck out. And they're like, where'd he go? They're like, imagine being so talented that people just come here for a frozen live stream. And it was so funny. And they're just like,
that's amazing.
And then they're like, yep, just got kicked out of the live stream again. Then Joe come back. What happened? It was the best thing ever. I love his live streams. I live for them.
Oh, my God.
What about you guys? What do you want to manifest?
I want to be a social media influencer very bad. I just want to be able to not have to go to like a physical, it doesn't matter if it's a physical job, but I meant like a job that I'm just trying to get by on, mm-hmm. and that's mm-hmm. something that I actually love. Like, yes, I like waiting tables because the money's fast, but again, I don't like waiting tables because it's a lot of ass kissing. It's a lot of extra work and stuff, but because of it, I've done a lot. I just want to like work on something that I love, and it's something that I want to do. I'm over like, if let's say everyone in your family is a doctor and you're just doing it because everyone in your family is a doctor, like you don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you should put yourself to that. I think you should put yourself
100%.
to do something that you love, and like, or to make your parents happy. Like I was doing this before. What I was studying for was to make my mom happy before, mm-hmm. and then I was just like, at the end of the day, God forbid, when she passes, like I'm gonna be stuck with this job I hate. Like, mm-hmm. and I don't want to be jumping from job to job and being unhappy. So I was just like, you just sort of risk it all and stuff. So I'm like, I want this lifestyle where I don't have to worry about like bills like that. Like I could just live normally fine, not stress about anything, and just work into things that I like doing, and just being creative as much as I can, and meeting amazing people anywhere, and helping others too. So that's what I'm manifesting, that it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
Yeah, and I kind of see that, and like you're already starting to, I guess, in a term I want to call starting the avalanche, like with your TikToks. like I see all these like different videos you post about you traveling and stuff and experiencing different things. Like that one that I think, what was it, like you touched Lana's hand, like that's pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
you engaging with a celebrity, and the other one was going to Thailand and things like that.
Yeah.
What was it, an elephant that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was yeah. If I remember correctly,
The elephant kissed me.
Remember, I have a
was-
cord over brain, so I'm trying to remember here.
You have a really good memory because half the shit you said, I was just like, it's so good.
But yeah, like something like that, like you're already starting like the avalanche to your career. Like you just got to keep rolling with it and make something out of it. And like Eric, like this whole podcast, like this is like something you want to do because you like to talk and like to give motivational speeches and stuff like that. Like this is a great segue for you as well.
Here's a question I have, Eric. I mean, I know you're very passionate about baseball, but is that just a hobby for you, or is that something you would manifest to something greater?
Baseball means so much to me. It's given me all my closest friends. It's taught me a lot of what it takes to be. So I majored in sales in college, right? And the deal with sales is it's going to be a lot of failure. A lot of people saying no to you. A lot of people not wanting your product and stuff like that. And baseball's a game of failure. Okay, a batter batting 300 failed 7 out of 10 times, but in baseball terms, he's an all-star. He's a future Hall of Famer. He is amazing. He's great, right? Reason being, it's the hardest thing in the world to hit a baseball. Okay, and so it's a game of failure, right? And yes, John mentioned this before. I'm very competitive, and if I hit the ball, weak, strike out or whatever, I get mad. I get mad not because I didn't do good. I got mad because I didn't help the team. Okay, that timely hit maybe could have put someone in scoring position. Okay, or I make an error. If I didn't let that ball get by me, a guy wouldn't be on second. He would have been out, or maybe it's just at first. So
Right.
I could talk about baseball all day, but when I make mistakes, I feel like I let the team down, and that's when I get really mad. I can't tell you how many baseball bats I've broken out of my own frustration. Okay, it's one thing swinging, ball hits the bat, it breaks, but when I slam it into the ground because I'm just frustrated because why can't I help the team, it gets to me. Anyway, but the thing is, to be a professional in baseball, to make it a career, it is so difficult to do, and I think I came to the point where, in terms of where this isn't for me. Because I don't have what the professionals have. Not that it's talent, but it's the work ethic.
Right.
Willing to sacrifice so much for the game in regards to working out. Your friends want to go out, party or whatever. You got to say no sometimes. I have no problem doing it. I can say no to anybody if I don't want to go out. But I'm talking about like the overall sacrifice for baseball to become a professional. Just wasn't for me. But
Right.
So what I would really like to happen is for this podcast to blow up, to become something bigger than who we are, making that stamp on basically internet history that Spit It Out was here from October 18th 2020 till whenever, right? And the fact that I still remember the date it happened, that's how much I care about it.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I can just see this being a huge way of, not only a way for us to grow as individuals, but to also leave a stamp on society, that it's a positive stamp. Yeah, we have all our funny, stories and our experiences and stuff like that. But who knows? Someone somewhere can listen to our experience and say, you know what? I can relate to that person. And, he made something out of something that people doubted him in. I can do it too.
Exactly.
Okay? It's in the bio of the podcast. A group of 4 friends who came together from different walks of life, different experiences, different beliefs, coming together, prove that with understanding, respect, and kindness for one another, you can build something great. And that's what this is. That's the Spit It Out podcast. And I believe in that. I really do.
It's interesting because I think about that when I look at a lot of entertainers, a lot of celebrities, and I think that there is talent in what they have and what they bring to their media. But also, what's important is the people that are following it, the people that are impacted by it. And even when it's something like this, I would hope for that too, that it's not just about us having a platform that we could talk and get to know each other a lot better through, but also that we can bring it to other people, that they can get something out of it and be able to bring that wherever they need to. I know plenty of ones where people get inspired from something that they, took part in, or somebody that they watch regularly, and carry it with them. They make something of it themselves. Kind of what happened with you guys, because Jan was already starting something with motivation.
It's John.
It's okay.
I keep thinking
It's
that.
not.
I keep thinking with the A. Sorry.
It's all right.
It's not okay.
I actually think about that with you guys. How this started, because John had Motivation Mondays. He had a series to try to bring people up. Then you had Eric with Flashback Fridays and Keeping It Real, also in his own pocket of people to bring them up. And then here we are, the 4 or 5 of us.
It's like a
will
domino
spit it
effect.
out. Exactly. Because I don't know if I would have exactly thought of that myself, but now seeing the interaction with everybody else, it's greater than what I could think of on my own.
It's kind of come like full circle,
Mm-hmm.
in a sense. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Juan. What about you?
I think everything started when I decided to change my life. When I decided to cut all my bad habits and everything, that I say, okay, you really want to continue living like this, or what you want to do with your life, So I started to care of myself. I started meeting other people and everything. People started inviting me to things I never think I was gonna do it, to for example, those conventions where they're gonna give you talks, pep talks, and everything, to elevate your auto self and everything. And I never saw myself in those places, So I started going to all those places and everything, and I started open my mind to another universe. I would say that, because there's another kind of life that I didn't know. I just knew the hard work, the rat rates.
Right.
That's what I knew.
Yeah.
All right. So when I started going to all those places, I started noticing, like, educating yourself, it really gets you to another level in life, because one thing is going to school to get schooled, and one thing is to get educated. So I started reading, I started doing a lot of things. I started watching a lot of YouTube videos, inspirationals, like to lift myself up,
Right.
and everything. And I started believing in, you can do this, you can do that, you can that. And my thing is always, in my heart, I always feel the leadership. So for me, I want to work that, my leadership skills and everything. And I found the first path, open it through fitness. Many times back in the day, I wanted to have my body perfect, taken care of. I always admiring other people, and I always admiring the hard work, because now I'm into this. It is really hard work. It's not a piece of cake. It's nothing else. And the more hard part for me right now is my eating habits. I'm having a lot of difficulty with that. Leaving the tortillas, leaving the bread, changing all that. Well, I must have the patience, because, and now in my head I'm like, okay, you've been eating all your life this way. You just don't want to drop it like that. So what are you pushing yourself? It's going to be step by step, little by little. You'll see yourself in next year. And next year, you're going to be way better on your eating habits. And that's for sure. So I started losing also all the shame of thinking you're already 40 years old. What people is going to say about you, doing things like people like in their 20s to 30s are doing right now. Very fitter, very competitive and everything. And I was like, well, you can compete, you can compete, because if you really want this and you start working hard, and I say before, and you start doing the things you should do, instead of the things you want to, So every day for me is like, okay, what you want to do? You want to get this? Get your ass out. Go to the things you need to do. You're tired, you don't care. You need to teach your body that you are made for this. You're going to have to start educating your mind, because that's the hardest process for me, my mind, and believing, and I can do this, see? And yesterday, and every time my body starts like getting tired and everything, I just go out there again. I just go out there again. I just go out there again, and all of a sudden it's like magic. Next week, my body is like nice and relaxed, and I'm ready for more. So that's when I realized like you need to continue leveling up, because that's the only way you're gonna escalate. And in the morning, many times I don't wanna get up. I'm a human being. I just wanna continue sleeping. So, always in my head, I'm always catching up like phrases. The one always also started back in the day, started getting me up. It was like The Rock. I heard this in this video. He's saying, "Just get your motherfucker ass up. Nobody's gonna do the shit for you."
That's right.
That thing right now in my head is always in the mornings. Don't be a coward. Get up, because someday, whatever you're gonna face after this life, I want you to feel fulfilled in your life. And that's why I'm doing all this.
Yeah.
I'm doing all this, and I know right now it's hard, but it's gonna become easy. And next year, the following year, and after that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Look, that's the one thing.
inspirational.
That's the one thing I've always admired about Juan is his work ethic. Go follow. What's the new page you made?
The Aztec Warrior MX.
Yep, check that out, man. It's motivation at its finest. It's like you can see it firsthand. The work that he puts in, whether it's working out or giving those little quotes to inspire other people, and he's living proof of that. And I don't have that because I went for a run with him. It turned out to be a 10-mile run, and I was on a bike, and I was exhausted, but that's not the point. The point is he does this day in and day out without fail, and it's a beautiful thing to see, a go-getter like, Juan do his thing.
Thank you guys. And I really admire every one of you too, Everybody's separate in lives and everything, and John, he wants to think his things in life, and right now, for example, he's over here and he's giving such a great ideas, like, damn,
He's
yeah,
freaking
because
amazing.
he's always thinking of that, and that's a good thing, it's not just, many people might think like, oh, he's always thinking about money. No, he's not always thinking about money. He's thinking about helping someone else to produce for themselves. What amazing person is that?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of this podcast, let your voice be heard. Everyone has their own experiences, whether they're positive or negative, and they grow from it. You've heard the story so many times before with, Juan's, bad habits, the drinking and drugs. But look at him now. How old are you? 40?
42?
He's 42 years old, gets up every fucking morning without fail, and does what he has to do.
Goals.
And he's one of the, I don't know how else to say this. He's one of the most wise people I've ever come across. If I need, some last second motivation or last second advice, and I feel confident that if I go to him, I'm going to hear what I need to hear.
Right.
So to see that, it's awesome. You got Ashley as well. With the traveling, she's a go-getter herself as well. She works as a server, works hard, makes that money, and then does what she wants. I mean, who else? I don't think anyone else I know personally right now who has gone on a 4-month trip and made it an experience. Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
Joe with his Joe with his passion for Lego, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm sure Joe's gotten shit for that in the past. You're like,
Oh, yeah.
oh dude, you're over 20, you still play with Lego, like you're a loser and stuff. But he doesn't care. He still does. He still does what he loves to do with Lego, and that's amazing.
It motivates me pretty much anywhere I go. It's not just the fact that I like putting these pieces together. It's helped me through a lot of tough times.
See, so like
Amazing.
that's an awesome thing. And you got John.
With a quarter of a brain still.
There's nothing I can say about John. No, I'm kidding. And, his loyalty,
His fitness.
his fitness, like he's also a go-getter. Like going to the gym all the time. Like there's times when I ask him to hang out. I was like, "Can you wait till I come out of the gym?" I'm like, "All right, I guess I'll wait, whatever." Right? But I know that's important to him, and I'm not gonna, take his time away from the gym because maybe that's where he goes to get away from things. Right? He had a tough day. Let me go to the gym. Let me bang out a 400-pound deadlift real quick, and I feel better. You know what I mean? And
It's not fun. I'm actually laughing because I've done that before.
so it's just amazing to see how, no matter what our experiences, whether you're John, Juan, Ashley, Joe, or me, that's what Spit It Out's about. All right? Everyone and anyone can come here. You don't have to be friends with us. I mean, we have to trust you, obviously, to let you into that. But like, you don't have to be like personal friends with us. If you want to be a part of it, reach out. We'll find a way, because this is where your voice will be heard, because everyone has a story to tell.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I want to give kudos to Juan with his story. It made me think, like, shit, like there's times that I've told myself, I'm like, I need to go to the gym, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go, and then I just, for lack of better terms, I just pussied out and I just stayed in bed. I'm just like, I'm not going. There's a lot of times I've said, no, I'm not gonna do this. No, I'm not gonna do that. There's a lot of things I've said no, because I didn't want to do it when I know in my heart I should have done it. And that beautiful story that Juan was, saying, like, it just makes you think, like, you want to do, if you want to do something, go do it. There's literally, it's your life. You only get one.
Yes.
So why not do it? And I give a lot of kudos to Juan, because that, and you see that a lot in, like, Hispanic culture. Like, there's a lot of immigrants that come here for a better life, and just want, they want it more than the Americans that already have it here. Right? And I feel like that's something we can learn from. Like, a lot of people make fun of, like, the immigrants staying at, let's just throw out there that, people staying at the Home Depot and, like, looking for work, and they're, like, making fun of shit like that. And I'm just like, dude, they're out there grinding because they want money. They want to make a living for themselves.
And back in their hometown, they're probably, like, rich as shit. It's just like, I met immigrants who are doctors in their countries, and they come here because obviously Americans are just like, well, we don't care about your degree over there. You had it done it here. You have to do it here to get, like, so they have to start all over. But that doesn't mean that they aren't, like,
capable.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just like, I always thought, like, oh, they're just a worker, or, like, whatever. Like, even myself, like, I'm just like, oh, they're just here to work, whatever. But as I got older, I'm just like, no, they're the OG grinders. Like, they're like, I'm not gonna put any other Americans to, put them down and say they don't grind, but we're known for not doing the dirty work. Like, we leave it to other people to do it. Like, I give hella props to any out of the country person, any foreigner that comes here and does their work, because that is hard to do. It's hard to do, and us as Americans who are born here in America should learn from that work ethic and that mindset. Like, hey, we're here to grind. If you want to make something of yourself, you're gonna put in some elbow grease, and you're gonna grind, and you're gonna be successful if you grind.
For sure.
It works.
100%. I mean, it's not just the work itself that's difficult. Now, it's the whole picture. You come to a new country, new language sometimes, right? The language barrier, the new culture and stuff.
Assimilating to culture.
And all that. It's not just, oh, you come here to work, that's difficult. It's the whole picture, And that's the, most beautiful thing I love about this country is, it's the land of opportunity. You come here, you work hard enough, things will, more times than not work out for you, and you can have that better life for yourself. But you have to put the work in.
Yeah, that's how it works. Nothing comes for free.
And I always love to tell Juan, I'm just like, tell people your age, because I was just like, you have people my age, people that are younger, and we're lazier. And, like, I'm like, he gets up anyways, and he grinds regardless. There's times where he doesn't want to, and he's just like, I don't care, I gotta do this. And he'll just leave, and he'll leave for a 10-mile run. He'll leave to work out until, like, he can't take it anymore, like, depending on what's going on in his life. Like, he just keeps going. And I was just like, when he started this new page, I was just like, you need to tell them your age, They're like, look, if I can do it, and he's gonna progress even as he's getting older. I was just like, keep reminding them, if you can do it, they can do it. So that motivates them, because he's so amazing in his fitness, and like there's times I wish I was that motivated to do anything, because I'm also the type of person, I get sidetracked and like I like dip my toe into something and then just be like, walk away from it or something. But he's a person who's very consistent with that stuff.
Sure. I mean, we're like, Juan said before, he's a human being. There's times when he doesn't want to do it. I mean, we're all human beings. We all have, our strengths and weaknesses. And if you listen to the song, The Gambler by Kenny Rogers.
I got a song, I love it.
It's a song, if you don't really listen to the lyrics and you just enjoy the song, you think, oh, it's poker, right? But in the end of the day, I think it's more about life. Everyone has their own hand that they're dealt, I think I mentioned this before. Like, I wish my hand had a little bit of John and Juan's work ethic for fitness, a little bit of Max's academic IQ, and stuff like that. But that's not what I got. Am I going to sulk and cry and bitch about it? Yeah. No, I'm kidding. No, because I know my strengths, but I also know my weaknesses. Joe and everyone else here all has their own strengths and weaknesses. And the question is, how are you going to play your best hand?
Yep. And some things you can pick up over time. There are some skills you can acquire. And as we mentioned before about the masterclass things, people go to those. They want to learn them, even if it's not an inherent skill. That's fine, because there's someone out there that can tutor that. They can bring you through to learn something that you didn't already. I'm not saying like everyone's a prodigy in something, but everyone has something that they're already going into and like knowing. But you can always dip your toes elsewhere and find something new for yourself.
Yeah, I feel like what you mentioned about the masterclass, I feel like life is a masterclass. You just gotta, figure out. You gotta figure out the way on how you want to learn what your weaknesses are.
And one thing also, an advice, this for everybody, and I didn't believe it. If you have not figured it out, you start doing it. In the road, you start seeing the ideas that you're gonna work on, and then everything starts like in sync. Just comes little by little. Yeah, because I was afraid of that. I don't know if it's gonna work. People is gonna laugh at me. But after that went in, totally, it was like, damn. Now more ideas come to my head. Now more this. I can do this. I can do that. Yeah. Yeah. Little by little.
You can't be afraid. Look, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I have things that I know I have to work on, but you can't be afraid to try new things, right? You can't knock it till you try it. I mean, obviously, don't be like, oh, I want to try cocaine. Like, don't do that. But like, positive things that let's say, right? For example, like I'm scared of heights. Okay, and that's definitely one of the walls I'm trying to knock down. And John here, he got me on my first roller coaster, which was King Ka. Thank you, by the way.
If you make it there, you can make it anywhere.
But like,
New York.
It's just baby steps in making yourself better, whether it's mentally or physically and emotionally. All right, and yeah, it's just a journey. You really have to learn from others and yourself. Baseball is life, like I said. I believe that. Game of failure. You're gonna fail a lot in life. A lot,
yeah.
But the question is, are you going to bounce back? I mean, who doesn't know Rocky? It's not about, how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you get hit and then come back. And that's how life is. You just have to keep rolling with the punches and, manifest that positivity, hope for the best, work hard, think good things will happen.
Yeah, you just always spreading love up there. Don't stop doing it.
But yeah, guys, that's life. In life, you're going to run through so many brick walls to get to where you want to be. You're going to have that support system that really matters to you. And a big member of that support system for me is you guys, my buddy here, John, family to me, my brother. And I just want to thank him for coming to episode 11, the final episode of season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. It was a blessing. I miss you. I miss you, man. I miss all you guys. And, meeting Joe for the first time. Juan again, I met you again. But it was a pleasure being here, and I would love to come back for another one.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Feature,
yeah.
yeah.
The doors are open for you, my friend. Anytime you want to come back.
Thank you.
Yes. And also, I want to say thank you for accepting the invitation and being here. And really, for me, it's always an honor to really meet someone like with an open heart and soul and mind like you have. You just spread power and love. I admire you for that.
Thank you so much.
Admire you for that.
I'd like to throw another thank you out there, but this one is actually out to you, the listeners, to the podcast right now, and for the past season, that you gave us a chance, that you got to see what we were about and see how everything was going. I really appreciate that this is meaning something to you as much as it means to us.
That's right. Wise words.
And we'd like to thank everyone for the support. You made our season 1 very motivational to keep going. We kept going for you, and we can't wait to show you what season 2 brings with new content, way more interactive with the amazing audience. And we just want to say thank you, and thank you for having us being part of your life, especially with hard times out there.
But yeah, guys, thank you so much for the support. We're gonna sound like we're beating a dead horse, but it's the truth. We couldn't do this without the Spit Gang, and it's the fact that it's not just the people in this room. All of you are part of this Spit It Out family as well. So we thank you, and talk to you guys soon.
Happy holidays. Be safe.
Happy holidays. Be safe.
Take good care of yourself.
Happy holidays.
See you in season 2.